I'm just gonna give it like 30 seconds to just let me just look at these. Let me just look at this stuff. Okay, this is looking better. It's still dropping a bit. It's still dropping a bit, but these numbers are higher. So hopefully it stays this way. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to call Verizon tomorrow and just go, hey, I'm noticing I'm dropping a lot of frames. Yo, what is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to PTA Sports Live. Sorry about the delay, some technical difficulties. Y'all might have heard me talking a little bit as the stream was going off because I'm dealing with some internet stuff, man. I've been dealing with some internet stuff for a little bit, but we're here. Show must go on. My son Bane is acting up. Okay, Bo Raichu Butters, whatever. I'm not dealing with him at all. What's going on, Mr. YTC? How you doing, man? Appreciate y'all for popping back in. Sorry about the delay. We were supposed to start at 8. We actually started. Everything went to hell in a handbasket, but we're here, y'all. So, man, appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out, man. We got a hell of a show for y'all today, man. I got a great guest, okay? I got a great guy here, okay? Very knowledgeable, very smart, very cool, very down to earth. All right, and check it out, y'all. I'd like to introduce y'all to my guy, that dude Dev. What's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's good? How y'all doing out there, man? What's good, PTA? How you been, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I have no complaints. Now, hopefully, for those who are watching, the signal might jump in and out. Okay, I'm gonna have to call Verizon tomorrow and figure out what the hell's going on with my internet because lately I've just been having these crazy issues and I'm not sure why. I've never had these problems. We've been doing these live shows for like a couple of years now, and we've never had problems. All of a sudden, we got problems, man. But it is what it is, man. Shout out to Nate Hawk, CEO is up in here. The pterodactyl from Fifth Stream. I love it. I love it. Curious George, AK. Nightmare Chica. What's going on, Nightmare Chica? How you doing? So Dev, man, let's start off right because there's a lot of people here who have never seen you before. Okay, they are not very familiar with who you are and what you do. So let's start off there. Who are you? Right? What do you do?
A lot of people know me as the great value Michael Strahan, and I put smiles on people's faces no matter if it's behind this camera or in person. I own an entertainment company. We do a lot of private events, weddings, things of that nature. So I DJ and MC for those events. And then I am also a content creator. I got a channel right here on YouTube. I've got a Twitch channel, which is where I've been having the most success. Yeah, man, and I'm a full-time dad, so it's just a lot of fun right now.
All right, cool. So hey, y'all need to go into the description. Okay, the links are in the description. Make sure you guys go check them out on Twitch. Make sure you guys are following them on the Twitters. All right, make sure you guys are showing my guy some support. He's a great guy. Okay, so let's start here. Who's your favorite football team so that everybody knows why they're going to clown you for the next hour?
They're not going to clown me. They're going to clown you, but it's okay. We bear down country over here. We're Chicago Bears, born and bred. There's no other team out there like it. I'm there for the good and a lot of the bad, but we're here.
All right. It's all right. We got a Chicago Bears fan. This is my second Chicago Bears fan. My first Chicago Bears fan on this channel is someone you know very well. He was one of my very first guests on this channel, and that's J Dub. J Dub was here.
Got you.
Couple it was the beginning of last season. I believe it was the beginning of last season or right before last season started. He was here. We had a nice conversation about the Bears, and it's kind of funny because now there's another thing that's kind of tying us together. All right, like there's this new strand that's tying the Bears and the Giants together, and it's your first round draft pick for next year. That's technically tied to your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you feel? How did you feel when the Bears and the Giants made that trade?
Well, I mean, I'm not mad about it now that I know who we have. You know what I mean? I was a little surprised originally because I was hearing that they were going, a cornerback out of Northwestern, basically all the way up until that trade happened, and then they stunned us. They stunned us all with that wonderful pick of our new QB1 here in due time. So.
Do you think he's going to be QB1 from the start, or do you think
No.
that Dalton is going to be the starter first?
Dalton will definitely start. I mean, unless he comes out and just completely like outshines Dalton in every single aspect, no, Dalton will start.
Okay, all right. Now, how are you feeling about your quarterback room? Okay, let's back up. How were you feeling about your quarterback room before y'all got Justin Fields, and then how are you feeling about them now that you have Justin Fields?
The quarterback room before Justin Fields didn't exist. I mean, if we're just going to be honest with ourselves, right? Like, we had a very unmotivated, very overvalued, Nick Foles.
Yeah.
And, we had a veteran that is posed to be pretty good. Here's the thing. Like, I know the Cowboys lost a lot of games last year, but, I mean, Amari Cooper was still a top 10 wide receiver, and Andy Dalton was slinging the rock to him. You know what I mean? So, like, let's not forget that.
Right.
Like, they lost a lot of those games last year because of their sorry defense, not because of their offense.
I can agree.
So no, I mean, to be fair, I think that Andy Dalton is going to be just fine. I'll be rocking an Andy Dalton jersey day one, week one.
Really? You're going to get a Red Rocket jersey?
My community did it to me. I ran a little bit of a community March Madness thing, and if we got so many subscribers in that month, I said, yeah, I'll buy a Red Rocket jersey, no problem. I didn't. I put the number quite up there, and they reached that number with ease.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I am yes, actually, and I've just been reminded today. Actually, they were like, "Hey, Dev, you got our jersey ready?" I was like, "Look, I live in the city. It's not like I got to bring it in or anything like that. It'll be here for week one. Don't you worry." But no, I am. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun year in Chicago because contrary to belief, do I still think our coach is more of the problem than the team we had? Yes. Do I think Nagy all of a sudden is going to be better? My answer to this is actually yes, because from the get we knew he didn't want Trubisky. He didn't want Foles. So he finally has, two guys that he wanted, in Dalton and Fields, and I think it might, in fact, make a world of difference. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
All right. As you look at your roster right now, today, right? What is the strength of the Bears team? What's the weakness of the Bears team?
The strength of the Bears team is easily still that D line. No questions asked. We still got Akeem Hicks. We still have, Khalil Mack. We still have, even though he's slightly disgruntled, Eddie Goldman, which, please, if you're listening, anybody out there, please just pay that man, okay? Eddie Goldman, because he's going to be, he's going to be the tank for that defensive line. Akeem Hicks certainly isn't getting any younger. So please pay Eddie Goldman. He's very good. But yeah, it's easily the defensive line. They've got really good depth there. They've got a lot of speed, a lot of power. And it's just, if they can stay healthy, man, it's definitely probably the best in the league. And the weakness right now is probably the offensive line. There's a lot of holes that need to be filled there. Losing Kyle Long because of Nagy and the way that he coached and the way that he was a little bit more of a negative type guy from the way Kyle kind of described it. That's a huge loss for that offensive line. So we're looking for a leader out of there. And just, I like the guy that we got in the second round. I can't think of his name right now, but he plays with a really, really big tenacity. And, we we had some guys in there last year that played musical chairs, but they weren't, I'm hoping that we get that figured out early this year, you know. And that would be 1A bad, and right now I would even say 1B bad is our secondary. We don't have an answer for what happened, without Kyle Fuller. I am very high on Jalen Johnson. I am very high on, Bojack, Eddie Jackson, but that's 2 out of 4 to 5 positions that we need out there. And so they leave me with a little bit of weary, especially if we can't get to those quarterbacks early. So we'll see what happens though.
All right, so I'm gonna slightly switch gears, right? Because we're talking about kind of the tying factor. Talked about the quarterbacks, talked about the strength and the weakness, but I want to kind of focus in on you as a Bears fan. So how did you initially become a Bears fan?
I was born one.
Okay.
Literally, was born. My dad was a huge Bears fan. That's all I really knew. And I just remember, falling in love early on with, the likes of Curtis Enos and those guys back in the day. When the Bears used to go 3-13 religiously, and it just kind of just grew from there. My obviously we went to a lot of Bears games when I was younger, and just it was great, seeing all the good running backs from Anthony Thomas to Cedric Benson, although I wouldn't call him good, but just seeing all those guys come through, and growing up with the likes of Devin Hester, and we had Cordell Stewart for a hot second, and obviously the Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler days. It just I didn't know anything better, I guess, if you want to say that, but I didn't want to, because it just the community and like being to a Bears game, and just Soldier Field is different, even though it's the smallest stadium in the NFL, and we hear about that all the time. Like that energy, like I've been to a lot. I've been to Lambeau, I've been to Ford Field, I've been to Tampa Bay, I've been to Arizona now. Like there's nothing like a Chicago Bears game.
So wait a minute,
So,
wait. You've been to Lambeau,
yeah,
and you're still going to rate being at Soldier Field higher. Is that the Homer?
110%.
Wait. Is this Homer?
Listen,
Is this because this sounds like Homer speak, Dev?
No,
It sounds like you're being a Homer right now. Go ahead.
No. Do you want to know what it really is? Chicago bred different. Milwaukee and Wisconsin, them kids, they whatever. Chicago bred different.
Oh, is that right?
Because we'll let you know if it's good or bad. It get kind of quiet sometimes because they expect things to be a certain way in Green Bay, right? And so they only really get weird when things ain't going the way they expect it. But other than that, man, when they're winning games all the time, it kind of be boring out there. It's kind of boring out there.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I wanna go to Lambeau so bad. I wanna go to Lambeau in the wintertime, though. Like, I want to go to Lambeau towards the end of the year when it's snowing and it's cold as shit. By the way, you can curse if you want to here. That's on you. It's cold as shit, and you're freezing your balls off. Like, I want to go experience that. Because when I think of Lambeau, that's what I think of. I think of the frozen tundra. So, like, that's one of my bucket lists of, I got to go to this stadium before I die. So to hear you talk about Lambeau and being like, kind of crushes me a little bit, because it's like, damn.
I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? I am blessed to have been there. We went in October, so me and my dad, we shared October birthdays. The Bears and Packers had a game in Lambeau in October, so we went, and it was, it was cool or whatever, but like, it's not like their stadium is dope. I'll give them that. Like, Lambeau is dope. But every stadium I feel like is dope compared to Soldier Field nowadays, because it just, especially with the addition, it's just kind of like, man, whatever, right? So like, and like Ford Field is beautiful, but like I would say that when we went to Ford Field, it was better than when we went to Lambeau.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
all right. Okay, Ford Field.
I don't know if
better.
it was because Ford Field is indoors, so like sound is a little bit different, but like I feel like the hostility in Ford Field and like the game, just like that was way better to me than when we went to Lambeau.
See, there's one game I can't wait to get to, and I'm close enough now to where I'll be able to get to it. I gotta get to a Ravens Steelers game. I have got to go to a Ravens Steelers game. I want to go see that massacre live. Okay, when the Ravens and the Steelers play, you know it's going to be a bloodbath. And I have got to go see that live and just be able to be there, non-biased. I'm not rooting for anyone specific. I'm just watching two teams beat the shit out of each other for 60 minutes. I can't wait to do that. And I'm going to be able to do that here soon. I would have did it last year, but obvious things are obvious, right? We couldn't go.
Right.
But yeah, I can't wait to go and see one of those games live. Okay, so and Nate, I see your comment. You want to ask about Justin Fields? Just put him in there, or DM him to me on Twitter. DM him to me on Twitter. Whatever you want me to ask Dev, DM to me on Twitter. Even though we kind of briefly talked about it, but I know you got some questions. Nate Talks Football is a young man who's got a YouTube channel, and he's a really, really smart young man when it comes to this football shit. He's a really smart young man. Yeah. So I'm not going to bring Nate in here, because if Nate comes in here, none of us are going to get a word in edgewise, okay? He talks a lot. Like, you think I talk a lot? He talks a lot. But just DM me your questions on Twitter, and we'll make that happen. Okay, so I said one of my bucket lists, football items, right? What's one of yours? And winning a Super Bowl doesn't count, okay? What's one of your bucket list football things? It could be, and why don't you do one Bears wise, and then do one just overall NFL football wise? What's your bucket list?
So Bears wise, the obvious one is I need to get to a Minnesota game in Minnesota. I've seen the Bears in Minnesota play in Chicago, but I have not made it to Minnesota yet.
Stadium
we tried to get there before they tore down the Metrodome. Obviously that didn't happen. So now they've got their new stadium that they got just within the last couple of years. I feel like it really wasn't that long ago that they tore that stadium down and gave them the new one. I feel like it was just within the last maybe 10 years.
The roof collapsed, and that was pretty much it for that stadium. They were like, all right, we got to get rid of this bad boy.
Right. So they just got that stadium. So that's on the bucket list. And then the overall football one is actually something me and my wife want to do. We really just want to go to the Hall of Fame. I don't need to go to the Hall of Fame like during Hall of Fame game weekend. I just really want to get up and out to Canton and see that place, because I hear that it is really, it's toe to toe with a lot of the really good museums in the country. And so, yeah, I really would like to get to Canton and see what that's all about. So we planned to go a couple years ago, but unfortunately just, some life things happened and we couldn't get out there like we wanted to. Now we got the Munchkin. So, we'll just make a whole little trip out of it and take her and have some fun. But yeah, the goal is to get to the Hall of Fame. Games will always be there. And as she gets older, I'm hoping she continues her love of, she enjoys watching football with me right now on Sundays, and she has a lot of fun with it. So I'm hoping that stays as she gets older, and then we can, we can travel the country and see games that are hot. But Canton is on the bucket list for me. I really want to get in there and be able to reminisce on Walter Payton and some of these guys that I didn't get a chance to see, and just kind of be in that, put myself back in that era, in person versus just on TV.
Right. So yeah, Canton is a good one, because I told the wife, as soon as Eli Manning retired, I said, listen, the moment he is announced in the Hall of Fame, because Eli Manning is going to go in the Hall of Fame, y'all. Cry more.
Unfortunately.
Cry more. Eli's going into the Hall of Fame, all right? I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I've said that. I love Eli Manning. If you look behind me, there's an autographed picture of Eli Manning breaking out of that sack in his first Super Bowl. I love Eli. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. Y'all can cry too, okay? But he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. And when that happens, we're being there for his induction ceremony. I said, I don't care how much it costs. We're going to be there. So that goes without saying. I'm going to Canton because I'm going to be there when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. I will be in the audience. I will hear his speech. I will probably cry like a baby. Okay.
Why?
I love.
Why are you so big on Eli? Just because he beat Tom Brady?
I've always loved you. Okay. Let's start here. My my favorite current era quarterback, and I say current ever, I mean current era, is because we're talking about like kind of in my adult life. So my most favorite current ever quarterback, my personal GOAT is Peyton Manning. Okay. I've followed the Colts. I still follow the Colts. They're my like AFC team. I still follow the Colts because of Peyton Manning. I love Peyton Manning. Okay, so when we got Eli Manning, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great, right?" And it wasn't. It wasn't. but but I slowly fell in love with Eli Manning because he was just kind of a perfect fit for this team. You know what I'm saying? He was a guy that handled the New York media well. He conducted himself appropriately. He was never in any shit. He was never in any trouble. And he went out there and he balled out for this team. Like, I know people give Eli Manning a lot of shit because he had an average career, okay? Yes, I will admit that Eli Manning had an average career overall, all right? But I'm not going to forget the fact that he's top 10 in every major passing stat in the NFL. I'm not going to forget the fact that even though people say, oh, well, your first Super Bowl was all the defense. No, it wasn't. Eli Manning was balling out. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that 2011 Eli Manning wasn't one of the best quarterbacks in the league that year. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like these things didn't happen. They did. And I'm a New York Giant fan through and through, right? I'm a guy where I root for the team. I don't necessarily root for individual players, but Eli Manning was my quarterback for 16 years. I invested myself in Eli Manning as a quarterback. So that's my guy. Like, he's always going to be. I own 2 Eli Manning jerseys. All right. I wore one for one Super Bowl. I retired that one. I bought another one, and I wore that one for the Super Bowl, and I retired that son bitch too. I really want to meet Eli so I get him to sign both of them hoes, and I can hang them up in my man cave when it gets built. But I love Eli Manning. Okay. Every single Sunday or Monday or Thursday, at some point, you heard me yell at my TV, I believe in you, Eli. I loved Eli Manning. So, like, that was my quarterback. 16 years, that was my quarterback. Good, bad, and different. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Eli Manning is the GOAT. He's not. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Eli Manning was the best quarterback when he played football. I'm not. But he was my quarterback, and that's good enough for me.
Fair enough. I can respect it.
So, yeah.
I can respect it.
Listen, that's why I love me some Eli. I love Eli Manning, all right? But I love the entire Manning family. All the way to Archie. I love all of the Mannings, and like they're royalty to me. So that's just kind of, it started with Peyton. I love Peyton Manning. Like my wife who's a Cowboys fan, one of her favorite players is Peyton Manning. Like, she loves Peyton Manning.
Yeah, see, I liked Peyton Manning until 2007. Now after that, he can go on somewhere.
Listen, I'm sorry to tell you this, man, but I was rooting for Peyton that whole time. I was rooting,
I'm sure you were.
I was rooting my ass off.
He should have got his butt whooped, and instead, they thought Sexy Rexy needed to throw the ball 50 times in the rain like some fools.
That was stupid. I do remember the thing I remember from that Super Bowl, and let's talk about that Super Bowl because that was honestly still like a pretty damn good Super Bowl in my opinion. I mean, it wasn't good for you, I understand, but I remember the first play of the game was Devin Hester returning the kickoff back for a touchdown, and
we were supposed to win the game right after that.
And I remember seeing that happen and being like, oh shit. Like, I was like
it should have been that way because then they went out there and the defense handled business right away. We should have went up 14-7. I mean 14-0. But they wanted to get the ball. I don't understand. I'll never, ever look. Out of all the great things I'll say about Lovie Smith, I'll never forgive him for that.
I mean, yeah. He got out coached, right? He got out coached. I think the Super Bowl.
I don't understand why you didn't. The running the ball and the defense got you there. Why did all of a sudden Rex Grossman have 50 pass attempts?
I mean, they fell behind and they was trying to catch up. I don't know. I just remember seeing that and being like, "Oh shit, this might be bad." Devin Hester, man, he was a return man GOAT. Like, dude, don't give that man the ball because he's taking it to the crib. So I remember that happening. I remember it was raining, And I think I want to say that was my first. I think that was the first rain Super Bowl. If I remember correctly, that was the first Super Bowl ever played in the rain, down in Miami.
Yeah, that is. I believe that is also accurate.
Yeah, pretty sure that was the very first Super Bowl ever played in the rain, which was special for me because when I played football, my favorite thing was playing in the rain. I loved rain games playing football. That was my shit. If it was raining, I was like, yes, we get ready to get dirty. It's getting ready to be sloppy. I'm gonna knock someone's helmet off their head. It's gonna be a great day. Like I love rain games. So I remember seeing that and being excited about there being a rain game. I mean, I also remember just kind of being in awe of the way that Peyton Manning handled that situation because, you know, you could feel the air going out the room for the Colts fans after that first play. It was just like, you know, you could just feel the air suck out of that stadium. And it's like, oh shit, y'all in trouble. And for him to just kind of, I mean, obviously, you know, Lovey got out coached. By the way, shout out to Lovey Smith. He is technically the very first black head coach to make it to a Super Bowl. Lovey Smith. He's the very first one. And then right after that, Herm got in. But yeah, that was just an interesting Super Bowl. Okay, I want to ask these questions from Nate. So Nate asked, how early do you expect Fields to actually become the starter? I know you said he's not going to start. He's not going to start from the beginning. But how early? Like, how many games do you think it's going to take for Fields to get the nod?
10 at earliest.
10?
Yeah, 10. I don't think he sees the field before week 10.
10?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Wait, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, week 10 is the earliest he's going to see the field. Okay, so when's your guys' bye week? Is your guys' bye week before week 10 or after? Don't feel bad for not knowing because I don't know.
I actually think it is week 10. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I don't know when the Giants' bye week is, so don't feel bad for not knowing it.
No, I'll tell you right now. So we've got week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it is week 10. Is the bye week.
Okay, so you guys.
I think that, and that's the earliest. So let me tell you why. Now, this is obviously barring an injury. You know, if the Bears do not catch a quarterback injury, in my mind, there is no reason the Bears should be below. I mean, we open up against the Rams, then we have the Bengals, then we have the Browns, then we have the Lions, then we have the Raiders, Packers, Bucks, Niners, Steelers, and then the bye week. If the Bears go 500 at that point, so if the Bears are, you know, basically what? If we're 5-4, 4-5, if you're not playing.
I was getting so if he's starting at week 10, that means you guys are ass. Like that means you guys are bad.
Yeah. If we're starting at week 10, it's because we're more than one game below 500. We're either like 2-8, 2-7, or like, and I don't think that's realistic. That's what I'm saying. So I could believe Justin Fields don't play this year. If Andy Dalton has comes out here and has a resurgence type year, I'm telling you, bro, listen, if Andy Dalton comes out here and has a resurgence type year and the Bears are winning and they're playing well with him under center, Justin Fields going to sit himself right on the sideline.
So you don't think Justin Fields is going to show this coaching staff enough?
It has nothing to do with that. I think the coaching staff learned from last year about this whole musical chairs with quarterbacks. Yeah. Do not mess it up if they're winning. If Andy Dalton is playing well and not losing you games and might even be winning you some games, why would you bother to all of a sudden stop that momentum?
I mean,
especially if the Packers, just imagine, there's still going to be drama there. There's already been drama sourced in the locker room from, the Packers and everything like that, because some folks are mad at Aaron, some folks aren't. Like, here's the thing, like, that's going to be interesting. I still don't 100% believe in, what's his name, the quarterback that Minnesota has. Right, and they don't really have, they got Justin Jefferson out there, but like Kirk Cousins ain't really show me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we're not even going to talk about the Lions and how they downgraded that quarterback.
I
so
mean,
like,
they did kind of downgrade
you
the
know what I'm saying?
quarterback.
So
A
like
little
that
bit,
doesn't
it's a
really
little
matter,
bit.
right?
It's a
So the
little bit.
Bears still have. I mean, and let's not forget, like low key, even with all the BS last year, the Bears were only one game out of the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, I
There's no reason why rush it. I don't, because here's what happens, right? And then if you rush it, then all of a sudden you got a Joe Burrow situation.
yeah, but y'all getting ready to go up. Y'all getting ready to go head to head with an Aaron Rodgers with something to prove, though.
We don't care about that because we know we only got to deal with
What?
that one more year.
What?
Listen to me.
What? Y'all gotta deal with
Listen
y'all
to
have
me.
to deal with an Aaron Rodgers that's
They
with
don't
something to
care
prove
about that.
this year.
They don't care
though.
about that. Listen to me.
Ooh.
I'm telling you right now, if I'm inside the Bears organization, we are very happy with a wild card appearance. We're not even thinking about winning the division right now. I'm telling you.
I mean, oh man.
I am telling you. Listen to me when I tell you. If he makes he's going to do what he needs to do to win his job, but he's not going to go crazy and he's not going to set unrealistic expectations. If Aaron Rodgers didn't come back, heck yeah, I'd be like, all right, cool, we might have a chance to win the division. Aaron Rodgers, and they just got this man Randall Cobb to go alongside Devontae Adams, and he got that probably what I would say is like the number 3 or 4 tight end in the NFL right now, and he got Aaron Jones. Stop it. We ain't beating the Packers, and I'm okay to say that. We ain't. If we beat the Packers, it's on some miracle type ish, or Andy Dalton has a career day. That's what I'm going to tell you straight up.
Hey, yo, Mr. YTC said Andy Dalton couldn't win with better weapons in Dallas. He's not winning much. I mean,
Andy Dalton didn't lose in Dallas, though. Here's the difference: if Dallas had the Chicago Bears defense, Andy Dalton and them probably would have won that division running away. But they lost because of their sorry defense. And I will tell you that till I'm blue in the face because it's true. The Dallas Cowboys defense was in the bottom 10 of the league last year. That's all you need to know.
I mean, they were, but Andy Dalton wasn't doing anything spectacularly crazy. He
wasn't losing them games either, though, bro. Listen, when your defense is giving up almost 30 points a game, the hell are you supposed to do?
So what you're saying is that, in your opinion, Andy Dalton is going to come into the Bears organization. He's going to be a game manager, and your defense is what's going to carry you guys to the promised land.
I mean, if we had a game manager last year, we would have won more games, but we didn't have that because they didn't know how to use either of them quarterbacks that they had. I'm just saying, when Mitchell Trubisky got benched, he was undefeated. Let's not forget that Mitchell Trubisky started 4-0 last year.
That's true. That's true.
He got down in one bad game against the Atlanta Falcons, and all of a sudden they panicked and threw Big Dick Nick in there for the second half of that game, and they almost came back and won. And then he won one game in the 6 games that they let him start. So obviously you was all the way messed up, and that really just showed how much you didn't like Trubisky and you didn't care. So it's not going to be the same, man. I don't think. No, like I said, I would be surprised if Justin Fields touches I would be surprised if we see him before the bye week.
Now, wait a minute. Would you classify this Bears offense not factoring in the quarterback? Would you classify this Bears offense as being stronger in the running game or in the passing game? In terms of the weapons. In terms of the weapons. Let's not.
I would have to say that it's stronger in the running game.
Okay, if it's stronger in the running game, don't you think that Justin Fields would kind of be a better option because he also can make plays with his legs?
There's no reason, but you don't want Justin Fields to do that unless it's necessary. I don't want Michael Vick. That's not what I'm looking for.
Okay, all right. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting because, first and foremost, you're realistic as a fan, which I greatly appreciate, right? Sometimes those are hard to find. Sometimes it's hard to find fans that are... I like to pride myself on being a fan that is realistic and honest about the ability of my team. So
Look, I'm an analyst. I'm a fan, but I'm also an analyst. Yeah, I can't be out here with my head high in the clouds. You know what I'm saying?
It's in the name. It's in the name for me. Okay, it's in the name for me. So, I gotta be fair and honest. All right, this is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So in your personal opinion, you don't think, even though you traded up, you gave up draft capital, you kind of mortgaged the future on this quarterback, you think you want to take the same kind of path that Patrick Mahomes took, which is we don't care if we moved up to get you. We gonna sit here. We're gonna let you develop. We're gonna let the veteran play, and we'll put you in if we need to. If we get to
I believe
point.
that's the best way, and that's what has been that is what has been shown, and the tone of camp in the Chicago area. That is what we've been hearing on the Chicagoland area news, media, market, whatever you want to say. And even Justin Fields himself has said, hey, look, I'm cool to sit and learn. I understand that there is a leap between here and there. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go out here and compete, but it also doesn't mean that I don't support Andy and my coach's decisions.
Okay.
Like, cool.
Okay.
That's cool. So, like, I really think that everybody understands. I think on the phone call, they told Justin, listen, we see what you have to offer. We know what you have to offer, and we know we're getting you right now, because if we don't, at 13, the New York Giants will.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, we knew we needed to make this pick right now, because your name is coming up a little bit more than what we liked at this point.
Right.
We've done our due diligence on keeping it a surprise to this point, which is even why they fleeced New York out of the pick. Is what my understanding is. New York didn't know that they wanted Fields.
It wasn't the fleece. Can you still hear me? I don't know if the okay. Here we go. I'm back.
Yeah, I can hear you.
That wasn't first of all that wasn't the fleece. Okay. If anything, the probability of a team getting fleeced is y'all. Okay. If Fields ain't that dude, y'all gave up quite a bit.
You're right.
Y'all gave up quite a bit to get him. If he's not that dude.
If we end up and he's, the next, I don't even know. If we end up and he's the next whatever, like, y'all gonna feel kind of some way.
No, we're not. It just depends on what Daniel Jones does, right? And if Daniel Jones isn't the guy, then the next new hotness, we'll just move up and we'll get him. Now, I just want to throw this out there.
Are we really gonna sit here and say if Daniel Jones isn't the guy?
Yes, we're gonna say if, but and we can get into that here in a second. Hold on a second. I just want to let you know, Dev. Nate Talks Football wants to talk with you. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you in contact with Nate because he's probably gonna want to sit down with you and talk football with you. He said he says your points. He just DM'd me. He said your points are hella interesting. He wants to have a conversation with you about football. So, so we'll throw that out because Nate put in there like he promises not to talk too much if I let him in here to talk with you. But how about this instead, Nate? How about you reach out to Dev and you guys, figure out a time where y'all can do exactly this, and you and him can hash out your points. Nate's a Giants fan as well, but I'm
always looking to collab when there's time. There's options.
He likes football. Okay. All right. Let me make sure that I understand that the point that you're getting ready to make here, Dev. Let me make sure I understand the point that you're trying to make. Are you trying to insinuate that Daniel Jones can't be the guy?
I think it's kind of already been showcased that Daniel Jones ain't the guy.
How? How?
I mean, you guys have literally what I would arguably say is the best running back in the league.
We didn't have him last season.
Okay, but Daniel Jones, that wasn't Daniel Jones' first year in New York last I checked.
Daniel Jones' first year in New York when he had Saquon, Daniel Jones put up pretty damn good numbers for the amount of... Daniel Jones almost broke the rookie touchdown record in less games than Baker Mayfield did. He did too. You can go back.
The key phrase to all of this is almost, so doesn't really matter.
He played in less games than Baker Mayfield did, and he was like 3 touchdowns from breaking the record. If he would have played a full 16-game season, he may have broken that record. So I mean, and listen, I'm not a Daniel Jones homer. All right, let me start off by saying this. Okay, I'm not on the Daniel Jones train. Okay, I'm just following it. I'm following it from station to station to see where it ends up. I am not going to sit here and proclaim that Daniel Jones is the guy. I don't know yet.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Is Daniel Jones better than Mitchell Trubisky?
I'm going to say slightly.
That's enough of an answer for you right there.
I'm going to say slightly. I'm going to say slightly because I question Mitchell Trubisky's decision making. the same way I question Daniel Jones's decision making, right? But I think Daniel Jones has a better arm. He has a better arm than Mitchell Trubisky, and I
will agree with you.
I think he has a stronger throw, a better delivery, and is more accurate than Mitchell Trubisky. And
I will agree with you on all of that.
And here's
but the
deal.
number thing, but the only thing that really matters is like all of that doesn't matter if his decision making is still bad.
Well,
and I would have to go on par with you in saying that they're both bad. Because it doesn't matter what arm you have if you're making the bad decisions.
His decision making was bad because he was below league average in time to throw. From snap to pressure, it was below league average. Now I understand that like there is a lot of quarterbacks who are dealing with bad offensive lines, right? But like Daniel Jones, from just to be fair to Daniel Jones has not had the best of offensive line, nor did he have the best weapons to even throw the ball to. The New York Football Giants.
His weapons are good.
No, they were not.
A good set of weapons.
Hold on, no, you're not. You are not going to win this argument with me, Dev, because the New York Football Giants receiving core was the worst receiving core in terms of separation. They got no separation.
That's
New
untrue.
York. No, that's absolutely true.
Yes,
I've done the research.
Yes, no. I knew you were going to say that. That's untrue. Chicago actually had the worst average separation. Literally, Allen Robinson has led the league in contested catches every year since he's been in Chicago. What are you talking about?
The Giants
and literally, I mean, as much as I love Darnell Mooney, if he doesn't catch lucky cornerback that happens to maybe be slow or got tight hips, he's not getting away from anybody. Adam Shaheen wasn't getting away from nobody. Anthony Miller sure as hell wasn't getting away from nobody. That's why he's getting into fight.
Well, shit, neither was our guys.
No, bro.
Neither was our guys.
Sterling Sharp was running wide more times than the Chicago Bears played games.
That's not true, but Sterling Shepard was our only real weapon out there, right? Because for some reason wait.
Hold on a second. Very untapped potential in Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram is garbage. Evan Ingram is garbage. Evan Ingram is garbage, bro.
It's biased.
Evan Ingram is garbage.
I'm calling the bias.
Evan Ingram is garbage. He is. Ask any Giants fan. Ask any fan. The fact that Evan Ingram was voted a Pro Bowler was a travesty because he was terrible. He was terrible.
Evan Ingram, listen to me.
He drops
Evan Ingram
everything.
Is better than Darren Walker or whatever his name is. Darren Waller.
No, he's not. Evan Ingram drops everything. Evan Ingram drops everything. My chat is going crazy with you telling us that Evan Ingram is good. He drops everything. He gets no separation, okay? He doesn't run routes well. He can't fucking block. Evan Ingram is not good. He is a great athlete. He is fast as hell, okay? But Evan Ingram is not a good tight end. All right, Sterling Shepard is a slot guy. For some reason, we didn't even want to throw the ball to Golden Tate. He was actually our best option on the field. Darius Slayton, who I like Darius Slayton. I don't think he's a wide receiver 1. Don't even know if he's a wide receiver 2. But he's a good wide receiver rotational guy. But like we did not have weapons. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about Daniel Jones. Okay, I can never discount Daniel Jones's work ethic. I cannot discount how hard this man's works. And I think it is absolutely unfair to judge any player in the NFL, any player, based off of 2 years. I think that is absolutely unfair. Because if that was the case, Josh Allen in Buffalo would have been gone. Josh Allen was terrible his second year. I'm not comparing Josh Allen to Daniel Jones, even though I know that that's like the new hotness in the streets. I keep seeing people on Twitter posting their stats and comparing them. I'm not trying to compare them in terms of their abilities or in terms of how good they are as quarterbacks, but I will say this. If we would have judged Josh Allen off of 2 years of film, his ass would have been traded and he'd be a backup right now. We wouldn't even be talking about him. So it's not fair. Now, here's the deal. Daniel Jones, for me, has this season upcoming. This upcoming season is going to be the determining factor for me as to whether he's the guy or not. If he sucks this year, get him the fuck out of here. No problem. No problem at all. So wait,
let me ask you this. Okay, so then it comes with this disclaimer, right? So like, is it only count if Saquon is at full strength or does it count regardless?
We got too many weapons on offense right now. We got too
Oh,
many.
now you have too many weapons.
Yeah.
The only person you added was Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay and Kadarius Toney is a goon, bro. Kadarius Toney is a goon.
I don't believe in Toney. I don't believe in Toney just yet, but maybe we'll see some difference.
I don't believe in him, but I think he's a goon. We got Kyle Rudolph, who's a way better tight end than Evan Ingram is. Way
Kyle Rudolph is older than our mother.
Kyle Rudolph catches everything, though.
Kyle Rudolph about to be 40 years old.
It does not matter as long as this man goes out there and moves the chains for us. As long as he can be our Jason Witten and move the chains, I don't need Evan Ingram running seam routes all day. I don't need Evan Ingram running crossing routes. I don't need Evan Ingram running jet sweeps and reverses. I don't need him doing that. If we can get a solid tight end that can move the chains, that can catch that 5-yard stick route, right? Box out that linebacker or that safety, catch it, and go down. I'm good. I don't need all this flashy shit from a tight end. And Kyle Rudolph
week is y'all's bye week? What week is y'all's bye week? That's what I want to know.
Our bye week is week 9? Hold on, let me look. I told you I don't know what it is either.
Oh, hey, I'm coming back on the show week 10.
Oh,
lock it in.
Bet.
Lock it in.
Okay, listen, I was gonna invite you on week 17 after that Bears game. We can do that too. But week 10,
lock me in week 10 because guess what? By week 10, we both might be having new starting quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
There ain't no shot that Daniel Jones is about to be revitalized just because he got an 8. I mean, Kenny Galladay is a great pickup. I will give you that. I will give you that. You ain't finna sell me on Kyle Rudolph being better than Evan Ingram. I don't believe in Toney just yet. Like, come on, man.
Sub bet.
Ain't nobody got time. I got a Mexico trip to pay for. Otherwise, I'd say yes.
Hey, I'm not saying 25 subs. Sub bet.
Look, man, where are we going? What's the number?
Let's go 5. Let's go 5.
What's the parameters?
5 subs. 5 subs that says that. Okay. How about this?
I'll make this easy. 5 subs says that Daniel Jones finishes outside the top 12 quarterbacks.
Oh shit! No. Oh shit! Outside the 12? No, because I said I could see Daniel Jones being like somewhere between 15 and 20 in terms of being.
But how is that good? Is that really good? Is that really an improvement? He's a top 15 quarterback right now.
I don't think Daniel Jones is a top 15 quarterback right now. I don't think Daniel Jones is a top 15 quarterback right now. I think Daniel Jones is like in 20 based on his body of work. He's like closer to 20 than he is to 15. He's closer to 20 than he is to 15. And top 12. Top 12 in terms of what are we talking about here? Top 12 in terms of overall stats?
Yeah, look, now you got me wanting to look it up because I'm pretty sure.
Top 12 in terms of overall stats? I'm pretty sure last year Daniel Jones was like closer to 20 than he was 15. Might have been past
Daniel
20.
Jones.
Might have been past 20.
What's the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He was 19.
19. Closer to 20. I've said he was closer to 20 than he was 15. So, okay. All right. Okay.
Well, if we're saying he's going to be that good, though, 7 spots of improvement should be, to me, that's an improvement. If you still stay between 15 and 19, you ain't improved. So you got to be 12 or better.
I mean, let's be fair though. How many quarterbacks are like within?
I mean, but here's the quarterbacks he'd have to be better. Here's the quarterbacks he has to be better than though, and it really ain't that hard to do so. Phillip Rivers ain't even in the league, so there's a spot.
Okay.
Derek Carr, whatever. Matthew Stafford will probably be about the same.
No,
maybe
hell no. Matt Stafford about to be a goon in LA. What you mean? Matt Stafford about to be a goon in LA.
But he's probably not going to throw for way more than the 4,000 yards he already threw for this year.
Okay, all right. Oh man, what's
like Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Ryan Tannehill, Ben Roethlisberger, Teddy B, and Baker Mayfield.
Daniel Jones.
Like I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like if he's just gonna stay in that mid-tier quarterback level, then that's not really an improvement. Like, cool that you got shiny new weapons, but if you ain't really getting any better, then what does it matter?
Oh man, bro.
Yeah, see, that's tough.
Okay, that is a little bit tough. All right. All right. We're gonna have to figure out the sub bet. We're gonna have to figure out the sub bet. By the way, Nate, each sub costs $5. A sub on Twitch is $5. So if it's $5, that's $25. A $25 bet we talking about. We're gonna have to figure out what the sub bet's gonna be. We're gonna have to and I'll let y'all know, chat, what the sub bet will be. We'll make a sub bet. Okay. All right. Let's make something interesting. A one sub bet. Okay, just one sub. Giants gonna beat the Bears this year. One sub.
Oh, week 17 that you're gonna beat my Bears?
Yeah, we're gonna beat you. Week 17. One sub. What's up?
Oh, that's easy. I'll take that. That's all day. Yeah, no problem.
All right, so we got a one sub. We got a $5 bet on the Giants Bears game, right?
That's no problem.
And what we'll do is the Wednesday after the Giants Bears game, you come back here. So you're gonna make 2 more appearances this year at a minimum. Okay. You'll come here for week 10, and then you'll come here week 17 after the Bears game that Wednesday, and then we can discuss, you know, who won and who lost and whatnot. But I do think that the Giants beat the Bears this year. Now, you know, obviously injuries are always a thing on both sides of this fence.
I'm not worried about that, man. I'm not worried about. Let me tell you what, the Bears will be fighting for a playoff spot, and you guys will already be packed up mathematically. So I ain't worried about it.
You're high right now.
I'm not high.
Are
the
high,
Cowboys are taking that division, bro.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not. In fact, I'll go as far to say is the team that actually concerns me. And I hate saying this, but I gotta be honest. The team that actually concerns me is Washington. Washington concerns me a bit because Washington's defense is just ridiculous.
I still don't believe. I don't believe in Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I don't believe in him either. I don't believe in him either. But when
the Cowboys are the Cowboys are going to have a winning record this year.
The Cowboys don't have any defense still.
Yes, but they have a different. They have a. It'll be fine. Trust me.
They don't got no defense. They don't got no secondary.
This year. It pains me to say this. It pains me to say this, and it's not even because of Dak Prescott. It's because of their new defensive coordinator. I believe in that guy. He's a guy that comes from, the coaching tree that was the great defensive coordinator in Chicago, and so I think you guys will be just fine.
I can't believe the blasphemous stuff coming out of Dev's mouth on my channel.
I bring you
into my home, Dev. I bring you into my home, and this is the way that you treat me and my family.
Listen, I do my podcast with a resident Packers fan, so trust me, I get it.
All right, well, man, Jesus, the takes that have been said on this damn channel right now. Okay,
I'm just telling you the truth, though.
Oh, okay. All right, listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. You guys gave us a top 15 draft pick next year. You guys gave us a top 15 draft pick. I'm not going to say top 10 because I don't believe that per se, but you guys gave us a top 15 draft pick. I don't think y'all making the playoffs.
I look at our schedule, and the only reason why I could say we can make the playoffs is because I feel like we actually have a relatively favorable schedule.
I don't know how favorable it is, but
it is okay. Well, again, if we're talking perfect world, defense stays healthy, the Bears win 10 plus games. The scary part is that the defense needs to stay
with Andy Dalton as your quarterback. By the way,
Andy Dalton didn't lose games last year. Just remember that. You know what? Let me go back to that.
Was you talking like this about Andy Dalton before he was a Bear? Dad, were you talking like this about Andy Dalton before he was a Bear?
I was sad when they benched him in Cincinnati for Joe Burrow and then moved him to Dallas. I thought Andy Dalton wasn't a bad quarterback then.
Oh, boy. But Joe Burrow was better. Let's just be honest. Joe Burrow was way better than Andy Dalton every day of the week and twice on Sunday, which is the reason why he became a starter.
You're right.
Like, it was a matter of time. Andy Dalton's bags were already packed. He was just waiting for the phone call.
Andy Dalton played in how many games last year? I don't even know.
I think he played in
12?
12. I think Dak got hurt week 4 or week 3. Was it week 3?
Dalton played, yeah, week 5. So he played week 5.
Oh, Nate going off about Dan Quinn right now. Nate's going off about Dan Quinn. This is where you lose Nate, Dev. He's like, what the? Yo, I hate Dan Quinn, by the way. I think Dan Quinn is a bum, personally. I hate the man.
Giants are stomping the Bears. Y'all are outside your mind, first of all. Anyways, second of all,
Hey, yo.
listen.
Hey, yo.
He played in, hold on, he played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. In 10 games last year, he threw 4. In 10 games last year, he threw for 2,100 yards, 65% completion rating, 14 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. I mean, and remember, he had Ezekiel Elliott.
I was going to say,
and didn't get to see the field a lot. And didn't get to see the field a lot because his defense was ass.
And he had Zeke Elliott, and he had Amari Cooper, and he had Michael
and
Gallup,
CeeDee Lamb.
and he had CeeDee Lamb. I mean,
right.
What
but
are we
again,
talking
it doesn't
about?
matter. Hear me out, though. Again, it doesn't matter because their time of possession is so lopsided, it's not even funny.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Like, he had goons. He don't got them same goons in Chicago. I'm sorry, he don't.
He doesn't need to.
And he also has a head coach in Nagy who, I'm sorry, but I don't believe in Nagy neither. I think Nagy's kind of a dumbass. I think Nagy, I've listen, when I
to be fair, he played 500 ball. He played 500 ball. I mean, he went 5-5 in them 10 games. And I'm looking at these splits, and like, he lost games, and I'm gonna say it again, because of his defense. He did not play bad. He turned the ball over once. He had one game that he had multiple turnovers.
Okay, let me ask you this. The Cowboys offense last season in comparison to the Bears offense last season, which offense was better?
Oh, the Cowboys.
Okay, the Cowboys offense last season in comparison to the Bears offense this season, which offense was better?
The Cowboys.
So you're telling me that Andy Dalton with a worse offense around him is going to be successful and play well enough to make y'all go to the playoffs? No. That would be to suggest that Andy Dalton is the secret ingredient right now.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am.
I'm not saying that Andy Dalton's play is going to change. What I'm saying is the Bears are exponentially better with Andy Dalton under the helm because he is a formidable quarterback.
Yeah, if you said
he's not a joke.
Yeah, but
it's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Yeah, but you said the secondary is a problem for y'all. The secondary is a problem. So y'all go win these games off your front seven.
Now let's ask the same question though. What defense is better? P, come on, man. What defense is better?
The Bears defense is better.
That's what matters.
Only because of your trenches.
But his offense is not bad. His offensive game around him is still not bad. David Montgomery is still a very good running back. Tariq Cohen is still a very good option back. Cordero Patterson is no longer in Chicago, right? So, like, then you have Allen Robinson, who is still, to me, a very formidable number one. You still got Darnell Mooney. We have good tight ends. Like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Offensively, he's going to get the ball out of his hands. They're still going to have 100-yard rushers. And the difference is they will be able to eat clock as opposed to sitting on the sideline constantly trying to run a 2-minute drill to put points on the board. That's going to be the difference.
Okay. Nate brings up a good point. He says, honestly, I'm just not sure why we're operating under the assumption that Phils isn't just going to rip that job right out of Dalton's hands.
Because the coaching staff already said that that's not an option. They've already said that. I already said too. I said that Justin Fields is probably going to outplay Andy Dalton. That's going to be factual. But I would not put Fields in there until you knew for a fact that that offensive line is cohesive enough to protect him. Because what was the purpose of doing all of that if you're just going to have Joe Burrow 2.0? And I'm putting it out there that right now Joe Burrow ain't going to bounce back from that injury.
You don't think Joe Burrow's going to bounce back from the injury?
I said what I said. Joe Burrow is going to not bounce back from that injury.
The takes on this show today, I love it.
Because they didn't get any better. That offensive line didn't get any better. So what you think? The only difference is maybe Joe Burrow decides to slide instead of taking unnecessary hit.
Hey, yo,
good for him.
Hey, yo, Kelsey.
Good for him.
Kelsey said, Dev defending Andy Dalton. Didn't think I'd see this day. I didn't think so either. Kels. I didn't think so either. I can't believe.
I'm not going to go out in a blaze of glory when I know the facts. These are the facts.
The things that are coming out of Dev's mouth tonight, y'all. Listen,
these are the facts.
Here's how I knew having Dev on my channel would be the greatest fucking thing ever. Okay. Because the very first day that Dev and I talked football, right? I was a consumer in his chat. I don't think I was even really Twitch streaming yet at that point in time. I think I was still like sporadically Twitch streaming my CFM games. But we went back and forth about Deshaun Watson, and we went back and forth about another quarterback. While I was in the chat, and I was like, Dev's on drugs. Like Dev's on all the drugs right now. What's this man saying?
I'm telling you, listen, I know what's going to happen. Listen, they're going to ride Andy Dalton out, okay? Unless that offensive line shows them that they can actually keep Joe Burrow upright, they're much more ready to let Andy Dalton have a season-ending injury than they are Justin Fields. And that's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah, you're right. I can wholeheartedly agree with that.
Because let me tell you what happens. If Justin Fields gets a season-ending injury, because they rushed that man might as well pack his damn locker the same game, because his ass is gone.
Okay. All right. Listen, y'all. Dev is willing to die on these hills. I love it. Okay. I absolutely love that Dev is willing to die on these hills. I can't wait to have Dev back. Listen. We got him locked in for 2 more appearances, but it may have to be more. It may have to be more, because I want to hear more of these takes, because Dev has opinions on more players than just the Bears players. He has.
I watch football.
Yeah. He watches football, and I love that about him, because he has takes about a whole lot of different players, and we can sit here all damn day and talk about it. Unfortunately, we can't for the remainder of the night, because I promised Dev that I wouldn't hold him longer than 9:30. But we could. Listen. I could absolutely sit here for hours and have this conversation with you, because man, your takes are delicious.
Look, I'm just gonna leave it just like this. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna be just like this. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are still gonna finish last in that division.
Okay.
The Bears are going to be making a playoff run when we come to New York week 17.
They won't be.
We will be.
They won't be. Okay.
And your Giants, unfortunately, I'm not saying this to be mean or rude, they have no playoff chance, because I don't think Danny Dimes is the man. And I don't even know who's behind Danny Dimes. But Danny Dimes is not the man. I'm telling you.
Dev has alcohol dripping intravenously into his veins throughout this podcast, because he is
too bad I don't drink,
all the
man.
way drunk.
I really don't. Water.
He is all the way drunk right now, chat. That ain't water in there, okay? That's not water in there. Dev is all the way drunk right now, talking slick about the Giants and the Giants' abilities, as if we don't have the best head coach in football right now.
Let's make this real easy. Tell your chat to come visit me tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Click the Twitch link, hit the follow, turn on the noties, and I will make it my point to make sure y'all are there while we break down the NFC East for a second time.
Hey,
because I'm telling you, we already made decisions that the Giants are not them.
hey, y'all be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there tomorrow at 7 in the morning. I'll be there. Okay, it's 7 in the morning Eastern time. It's
No. This is the Windy City Sports is in
Oh,
the
you guys
evening.
are doing tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Cool.
Yeah,
tomorrow
Windy
night.
City Sports is every
Tomorrow
Thursday night
That's right.
at 7
That's
Eastern,
right.
6
7,
Central.
7 Eastern tomorrow night. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. Yeah, you guys. Because wait a minute, it's Wednesday. I'm live on YouTube. I'm only live on YouTube on Wednesday. Okay, I'm all kinds of messed up. Maybe I won't be because I'll be driving the wife to the airport. So I'll probably be listening to it on the way home from dropping her off at the airport because you guys will just be starting when I'm dropping her off. Okay, cool. Yeah, listen, everybody needs to go and click on the link to Dev's Twitch streams, okay? You need to go there. You need to hit the follow button like right now. If you haven't hit thumbs up on the stream yet, I don't know what the hell you're doing, okay? You need to be thumbs up in this stream. You need to be subbing to my channel if you're not subscribed to my channel. We're here every single Wednesday doing this. I've got so much stuff that I want to talk about in regards to the training camp. I'm going to try very, very hard to get a video up and out to you guys tomorrow. It's in the description, Giants Nation. The link's in the description. But it's also twitch.tv/thatdudedev. You see it, or you see it right under him. That dude Dev with a 3 instead of the E in Dev. So make sure that you go over there. Make sure that you are following him on Twitch. All right. Make sure you hit the follow button. Okay, and then if you like what he's got and you want to support him, then hit the subscribe button. Because if you hit the subscribe button, it costs you $5. Okay, just so you know. But you gotta be following this man on Twitch. This man plays Madden. He plays MLB. He was flying an airplane the other day. All right. He does music some days where he's spinning all the jams. Okay. I'm gonna find out if Dev got bars, because if Dev got bars, we're gonna have to make sure those bars come out. All right, whole 9 yards, y'all. Y'all need to like make sure that you guys are supporting this man on Twitch, please. Okay, and make sure that you guys are hitting the thumbs up. And while you're bullshitting, I don't see enough of you sons of bitches in my Twitch streams. I'm live on Twitch. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Y'all need to be in my damn Twitch streams, okay? I'm yelling,
I'll be there.
I'm loud, I be getting crazy. Dev be in there, he can vouch, okay? We be having a good ass time up in there. So y'all need to be up in the damn Twitch streams, okay? Show some support to us, and we gonna support you back. Okay. With that being said, is there anything that you wanna plug? Because we've got enough of your hot takes. God
damn it. No, you know what? Windy City Sports is the biggest thing right now, and just Madden season. If you guys are into Madden, man, Madden season is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a part of the EA content creators as far as being on the Madden Live and all that. The whole stream is getting a brand new facelift. I'm super excited about that. So yeah, man, just come on through. Come on through. You can find me on Twitch every single morning, every morning. If there's anything that you can guarantee happens, that you can find me on Twitch every single morning at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. And Windy City Sports and Windy City Ringside, those are permanent. They have to be because, hey, shout out to Twitch. They pay me to do them. So they're going to be there because I got to put my work in. So they keep cutting them checks.
Yes, sir. And maybe we can convince Dev to give Hall of Fame League another shot for 22. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll see.
We'll talk about that. All right, cool. Well, listen, I greatly appreciate you coming on and giving us some of your time. I know your time is very valuable. You're a very busy man. Greatly appreciate it. Look forward to having you back here a lot. Okay, my platform.
Oh yeah, week 10. I'll be here week 10, week 17. Best believe we'll be here.
And listen,
I'll be looking for my $5 too.
All right, yeah. Well, you'll be looking for your $5 that you're going to be handing over to me. That's what you're going to be looking for.
False.
But I
need you to. You know what? I might actually make sure that when you go see Mr. Eli, that you get this $5 sign to be like,
hell no,
Mr. Eli, Mr. Eli, I really need you to sign this because I lost. You know, I need you to come out of retirement and come back and save us because we lost to those great opponents out there in Chicago.
Oh, hell no. That's not even going to happen. Well, listen, y'all. We appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us tonight, man. Like, seriously, we greatly appreciate the support. Thank y'all very much. We love y'all, man, and we appreciate everything that y'all do for us. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. You guys can catch me on Twitch tomorrow at 2 p.m. Doing continuing the Panthers rebuild that a sub requested. So we're going to be doing that. And make sure that you guys are catching Dev on his streams. And come hang out with your boys. All right. So for Dev at that dude Dev on Twitch, I am Pest The Analyst. Greatly appreciate y'all, and we will get up with you guys later.